Welcome to Denmark Tech Connect's Certification for Online Instruction, or COI training. As you may know, Denmark Technical College is fully committed to Quality Matters, an internationally known, research-based standard for quality assurance. Quality assurance begins with a set of standards. First, to achieve your goals for delivering quality online learning, you need everyone to agree on what the expectations are. You need trustworthy standards that foster objective feedback on course design. QM standards were created to help course developers, teachers, faculty, entire organizations, and most importantly, students. The 8 general standards are intended to guide you through the development, evaluation, and improvement of your online and blended courses. Meeting these quality expectations at or above the 85% level is key to certifying the quality of your courses. Note: anyone teaching online, hybrid, or blended courses for Denmark Technical College is required to complete this 3-part COI training for certification. For Part 1 of the COI training, you will review this short video and pay attention to the 8 quality standards and their specific components. Periodically, a few quizzes will pop up to check your understanding, but you will be allowed to rewind the video and take the quizzes as many times as needed. For Part 2 of the COI training, you will be expected to develop a short, interactive lesson through Nearpod, Edpuzzle, or a comparable web-based tool. For Part 3 of the COI training, you will be expected to develop an online course module that incorporates all 8 quality standards. Your facilitator will review your course and give you technical support to help you meet the 85% target necessary for certification. Standard 1 is the course overview and introduction. This particular standard concerns course navigation, and there are 9 specific components to include in your course for clarity and easy maneuvering. First, your instructions should make clear how to get started and where to find various course components. Your learners should be introduced to the purpose and structure of the course. Communication expectations for online discussions, email, and other forms of interaction should be clearly stated. Course and institutional policies with which the learner is expected to comply are clearly stated within the course, or a link to current policies is provided. Minimum technology requirements for the course are clearly stated, and information on how to obtain the technologies is provided. Computer skills and digital information literacy skills that are expected of the learner are clearly stated. Expectations for prerequisite knowledge in the discipline and or any required competencies are clearly stated. The self-introduction by the instructor is professional and is available online. And last, learners are asked to introduce themselves to the class. These 9 components are critical for making sure your students have no excuse for how to get started in your course and how to navigate successfully. Standard 2, the learning objectives or competencies. There are 5 components that you must master in developing your course. First, the course learning objectives or course program competencies should describe outcomes that are measurable. The module or unit level learning objectives or competencies describe outcomes that are measurable and consistent with the course level objectives or competencies. I mean, all of your assignments should be in alignment. The learning objectives or competencies are clearly stated, written from the learner's perspective, and prominently located in the course. There should be no mystery about what your course is about. The relationship between learning objectives and competencies and learning activities is clearly stated. It's good to have a chart that shows a map of where these competencies and learning objectives fit in to these assignments, these activities in the course. The learning objectives or competencies are suited to the level of the course. If it's an introductory course, there should be introductory level objectives. Standard 3 regards assessment and measurement, and there are 5 components. The assessments measure the achievement of the stated learning objectives or competencies. You can't teach one thing and then test on something else. There should be an alignment between objectives and assessment. The course grading policy is stated clearly at the beginning of the course. Specific and descriptive criteria are provided for the evaluation of learners' work, and their connection to the course grading policy is clearly explained. Rubrics, the best practice. The assessments used are sequenced, varied, and suited to the level of the course. The course provides learners with multiple opportunities to track their learning progress with timely feedback. So not only do we need to give them different types of assessments for different learning styles, but we need to give them many opportunities. We shouldn't just have 2 assessments in a semester. That's not enough practice to check learning. Standard 4, instructional materials. And there are 5 components. The instructional materials contribute to the achievement of the stated learning objectives and competencies. Again, there should be an alignment between your objectives and the materials you provide. The relationship between the use of instructional materials in the course and completing the learning activities is clearly explained. The course models the academic integrity expected of learners by providing both source references and permissions for use of instructional materials. The instructional materials represent up-to-date theory and practice in the discipline. We should take a look at the dates on all of our course materials and make sure we're using the freshest, most up-to-date, most current learning materials. Lastly, a variety of instructional materials should be used in the course. Let's use more than just the textbook. Let's have projects. Let's have different things to help students master. Standard 5, learning activities and learner interaction. Standard 5 has 4 basic components. First, learning activities should promote the achievement of the stated learning objectives or competencies. Learning activities should provide opportunities for interaction that support active learning. The instructor's plan for interacting with learners during the course is clearly stated. How many times do you plan to give feedback? That needs to be clearly stated. The requirements for learner interaction are clearly stated. Standard 6, course technology, and there are 4 components. The tools used in the course support the learning objectives or competencies. Course tools should promote learner engagement and active learning. A variety of technology is used in the course. The course provides learners with information on protecting their data and privacy. Standard 7, learner support. There are 4. The course instructions articulate or link to a clear description of the technical support offered and how to obtain it. Course instructions articulate or link to the institution's accessibility policies and services. We need to make sure students know where to go for help. Course instructions articulate or link to the institution's academic support services and resources that can help learners succeed in the course. And course instructions should articulate or link to the institution's student services and resources that can help learners succeed. So tutorials and anything that will help a learner succeed should be linked or explained in the course. And lastly, Standard 8, accessibility and usability. And there are 6 components. Course navigation facilitates ease of use. That means every learner needs to have a chance to maneuver, to navigate the terrain. The course design facilitates readability. The course provides accessible text and images and files, documents, LMS pages, and web pages to meet the needs of diverse learners. The course provides alternative means of access to multimedia content in formats that meet the needs of diverse learners. We have to have tags on our photos so that those who have image issues and eye problems can hear and see in different ways. We need to be sure that we use our accessibility checkers. They're found in PowerPoint and they're found in Word documents. Just click the box and it'll tell you how to make your lessons more accessible. Course multimedia should facilitate ease of use. Vendor accessibility statements are provided for all technologies required in the course. So this concludes the 8 standards. And your facilitator will help you navigate the Part 2 and Part 3 of the COI training. Part 2, remember, is that you must create an interactive lesson through Nearpod, Edpuzzle, or a comparable web tool to demonstrate your ability to put high tech in your online or blended course. And then Part 3, when you build your course, you must keep these 8 standards in mind and all of their many components and check them off to be sure you're not missing out on anything in order to meet the 85% or higher requirement for certification. I'm here to help you and I wish you the best.